Nicholas. How you doing, buddy?
Greetings. You?
Good. My God, hockey is just around the corner.
Doesn't feel real.
Yeah.
No, I'm excited.
Yes. Tuesday, July 28th. We actually get all the teams do the exhibition matchup. They get one game each, and Edmonton will get Calgary. That game starts Sportsnet. We've been talking about it all morning. 8:30 our time. Wow, unbelievable.
We're getting close.
Yeah, very good.
My first question, so training camp has started. Have you heard anything about Caleb Jones? Because he was listed unfit to play, right? Or unfit to practice?
Yeah, so the league, the NHL, kind of their MO on this is no matter what, they use unfit to play as kind of like a blanket statement for whatever's going on.
So nobody gets like outed as a COVID patient?
Nobody gets outed as a COVID for testing positive for COVID. Nobody gets outed for maybe gaining 35 pounds during the lockout.
Or having a drinking problem.
So, yeah, honestly, I don't know what's going on. He's been skating with the Black Aces after the main practice. So,
well, then it's not COVID.
That would suggest, obviously, then that it's not COVID. But, the league left themselves open kind of for speculation and interpretation with this kind of unfit to play blanket term. So
there's a few players
around the league, you never know.
Like Corey Crawford is also unfit to play right now, which would really hurt the Blackhawks if they don't have Corey Crawford to go. Yeah.
Are some teams going to take advantage of this, though, and use it sort of as a tool to screw with the other teams, possibly?
I don't know. It's going to be really interesting to see because, like, obviously, like Grant just said, Corey Crawford is currently out for the Blackhawks, unfit to play. So that means the Oilers obviously have an advantage that they don't have their starter looking to start this series. So whether he'll be back in time for August 1st or not remains to be seen. But it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out because obviously you have the unfit to play angle. You've got players that are without consequence able to opt out if they choose. So the Oilers had Mike Green opt out. That's fine. He's spending time with his family.
That was a personal decision, right? Yeah.
That's correct, yeah. And then on the Blackhawks side, they just had Andrew Shaw opt out. So kind of going around everywhere. So we'll see what happens when we actually get to August 1st. But I'm excited either way. Even though it's going to be weird, I'm just going to embrace the oddness and watch some hockey in the sun. It's going to be great.
I had one question. How much do you love Ryan Nugent-Hopkins' mustache?
The fact that he rolled into town going full musketeer made me so happy. This is he's been working on this thing for months because this is a guy that doesn't exactly pop out facial hair overnight like some of the guys
do. This is it here if you haven't seen it, Locker.
Oh my God, that is remarkable.
It is fantastic. It just made me so happy.
Give him a sword.
Pathway down the middle. Yeah, he's either gone full musketeer or full pirate. Either way, he's got a treasure map to the cup, and that's all I care about. I think he looks great. I love that he's got the mustache, that Cassian's got the chops. Some of the guys have got beards going already. I love it.
I'm a fan of the fact that he probably walked into with a pair of Levi jeans, cowboy boots, and he's bow-legged, right, with that mustache. Fantastic.
Well, and there's also, you can't really see too many in the photos, but he's also got some flowing locks right now too. So he looks incredible.
Okay, so here's something that popped up this morning in the sporting news that I thought was interesting. So the NBA has a situation down in Florida where all the teams are in the Disney World bubble, right? And I was reading this morning that they have a hotline, so players can tell on other players if they're doing anything against the rules. So if somebody brings in, a girlfriend or something, you can phone and tattle on them. Now, I'm not exactly. I think, is it fair to say that maybe NHL players might be a little bit? Why do I think this? Why do I have this opinion? Do you think that they're a little bit more mature than NBA players? Or are they?
No, I don't think so.
Not at all.
Absolutely not.
So
I don't think so at all. I think that we're going to see some kind of thing like this with the NHL. Even if the interesting part about the NBA one is that it came out. I wouldn't be surprised if the NHL already has one because one guy going out and kind of messing it up could affect the whole group. So
Obviously,
I wouldn't be surprised if they do that. So, but to answer the question, no. I fully expect that their NHLer is going to try and push the limits, even though they shouldn't. And I wouldn't be surprised if the National Hockey League comes out with something like this as well.
That's interesting. I didn't even think of that. I thought that they would just all like play by the rules.
Oh no, they're going to mess with each other.
Yeah. You know what? But you make that kind of money. Are you gonna, like, if I am making $5 million a year and I have to lick the floor on Wednesdays, I'm doing it. Tongue out.
Yeah.
Like
some of the players have an issue with the bubble. So
yeah, some of the players have an issue with the bubble.
Baseball.
I think there's also going to be interesting cases too, like a guy like Washington Capitals Lars Eller. He's about to have a baby, so he's already said that when his wife goes into labor, he's leaving, and then to try and come back in the bubble, the whole process entirely.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. I would not at all be surprised if there's someone that screws this up somewhere along the line, and they're just like, oh, so and so's out because he went out for wherever.
That's insane.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
how many players on the Blackhawks are going to call in and be like, yeah, I saw Connor McDavid leaving the hotel last night. Like,
Yeah, I saw Connor. He went down to he was out on a
Swear
patio.
it was him. All right. Always a pleasure, my friend.
Thanks for having me.
That's Baggedmilk from Oilers Nation. We have less than 2 weeks to go before we got hockey. Woo.